ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः।
Dear friends, welcome back to the study of the 5th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. In our orthodox way of studying, there is a method which is very funny. It is known as Singha Avalokan Nyayaha. Singha is a lion. Avalokan is looking back. Nyaya means as for instance. What does it mean? If you have watched a lion walking in a cave or walking in open, you will find it walks 10 or 12 steps, stops, looks behind. After a while, he again stops, moves. Again, after 8 or 10 steps, he stops and looks behind. This is what the lion does. Making that as an example, as for instance, when we study the scriptures, the teachers said, follow the same policy. Read 10 or 12 shlokas and then stop for a while. Look back, revise what you have studied, then go forward. Otherwise, you will forget everything. So today, I thought we have studied up to the 14th chapter, 14th shloka of the 5th chapter, Sannyasa Yoga. Now, this concept of sannyas is something which really demands an undivided, concentrated attention to see where that correction needs to be done in our attitude. It's a correction in our attitudinal thinking. Sannyasa basically calls for this approach that we, as we are today, there's nothing wrong with it. We do not decry that. But what do we say? We say that, listen, we are living a life of motivations, ambitions, desire to achieve and put our might and main into fulfillment of desire. That is what we do. There is nothing wrong in it. The whole world is doing so. What's wrong about it? I have the whole mass of the population behind me, whole mass of humanity behind me. We are in the same boat. So why talk about these things? The first and foremost point is, be honest with yourself. Are you always in an ecstatic joy, which is your birthright? The scriptures say the purpose to be born as a human, and a human is aware that we are the most evolved of all biological creatures. We humans are aware of our prowess, our faculties. We make use of their faculties to live happily, conveniently, joyfully in this world. That's a fact of life. But the question is, do we really enjoy that ecstatic divine joy? Somehow or other, that evades us. And even if it happens, it is a fleeting moment, momentary. Can we not make it permanent? That inquisitiveness in a human, that inquisitiveness comes up and asks the question, can we not make it permanent? This fleeting sense of happiness, an eternal, unspoiled sense of happiness, there's in heaven and earth a difference. We have a fleeting sense of joy. Can we not make it permanent? And the teachers or people who are students like us, by proper guidance of their Guru, by their back-breaking, determined, dedicated, devoted, disciplined effort, and ultimately by the compassion of the divine, they reach that stage. Having reached that state, going through that whole procedure, that person with the authority of experience in his command, he can with all authority say, follow this, follow this, follow this method, and you will be the very same person who has been buffeted by fortune and misfortune, happiness and sadness. You will raise your level of awareness to that level where you enjoy what? Atyantik dukkha nivritti parama sukha prapti. Atyantik means a total abnegation. What is total abnegation? The concept disappears. I come and tell you, I'm a sad person. You cup your ears and say, what did you say? What word did you use? I'm sad. That concept of sadness has totally disappeared from here. Atyantik dukkhasya nivritti. Total abnegation of the concept of sorrow. Good enough. That table has nothing to be sorry of. This has nothing to be sorry of. No inanimate object is sorry. They are in eternal state. That does not help. It has to be a throbbing, vibrating, positive, living sense of joy. In one aspect, that stage is described negatively Atyantika dukkasya nivritti. The very concept of sadness disappears. That void that has been formed is totally filled up with Parama Sukha Prapti. Sublime, divine, ecstatic bliss. That is our birthright. If you look at the process of evolution, we are at the borderline of it. Somehow or other, though it is within our grasp, though it is attainable, achievable, reachable, doable, but we have no idea about it. The study of the scriptures, whatever faith and belief it belongs to, please, for heaven's sake, understand the excellence of Vedanta. Veda is experiencing, Anta is sublime climax. There's nothing to surpass it. Veda Anta. What is that? Identify your true original nature. Man is made in the image of God. Man is not a human full of miseries. Man is Amritasya Putra. Excuse me, humans. There's no difference. Humans are the children of divine bliss. Assert your rights. And that to assert that right, to educate yourself how to reach that, is the subject matter of this study. Never forget that. We are not here to increase our fund of information, so we make ourselves a highly informed information counter clerk or a highly informed receptionist. That is not our goal. Our goal here, through this study, we transform our personality from the egocentric existence to identify our divinity. Each soul is potentially divine. The purpose of all this religious study is to help oneself to manifest that divinity which is already within us. This is what is looking back to remind ourselves as a lion stops and looks behind occasionally. This is A. B is, we must try to understand the procedure and the methodology that this text follows. Each author has his own style. Sri Krishna has his own style. What is that style? That style is, sometimes he is only informative. He gives you an information. Ame dhamani divyani tastu. Look, my children, there is an area which is real and which is existing, which if you try, you can reach. I will help you to take you there. I've just returned from there. I know the way, I know how to walk to that way. So, it is only informative, and that information has the authority behind, not a brain wave. He has walked the walk and he has reached there, and because of divine will, he comes back to help all of us to come out of it. Informative. Then he helps you to convert that information into an education. What is education, dear? Let us remind ourselves, the first day I was sent to my kindergarten or childcare, I did not know the alphabets, 26 vowels and consonants of English literature, 49 vowels and consonants and semi-vowels of Sanskrit alphabet. I didn't know that. So my miss wrote a figure on the board, A. Said, this picture is known as A. And in your copybook, you try to write that. I tried, and my pencil went here, there, everywhere. Instead of a smooth circle or a smooth ellipse, it became a rhomboid, it became a rectangular. And she said, no, no, no. She took me by my hand and wrote again. And I kept on making mistakes. And she will not let me go till I write it correctly. And to help me, she gives me the dots and dashes of A, says, now make sure your pencil moves along these points. What is happening? You are creating a habit by willful, determined, repetitive action. And today, you have mastered writing in such a manner, you are seriously discussing with somebody, and without paying attention, you are signing your checks. That's what you do today. You have educated yourself. Where does that education start from? Information. So education is a repetitive, willful, similar activity performed with devotion, dedication, determination and discipline. Please excuse me, but I am extremely precise. I won't allow your mind to go here and there. And that is why the Indian school of logic, the Nyaya Shastra says, a baby, a 5-year-old girl, I have seen, you have seen, if you have been in India, a 5-year-old girl has her finger round the nose ring of a mighty bull, and she is guiding the bull. Why? The nose ring, that is the trick. If the nose ring has a pull, the bull feels hurt, so it behaves in a way that the nose ring does not hurt. This is education for you. Disciplined, devoted, determined, dedicated, repetitive, similar effort. And that is known as sadhana in Sanskrit. Willful, determined effort to reach your ambition, to reach your goal of life. And finally, intuitive experience. What is that intuitive experience? I just told you. Remember, you did not know to write the first alphabet of English language. And today, without any effort, without any spontaneity, by force of habit, created by repetitive effort, you sign your check talking to somebody else on a serious matter. Your signing has been effortless. With effort is sadhana. Without effort, spontaneity is siddhi. Jana sadhana, tana siddhi. This is a 1,000 years of old proverb amongst the Swamis in India. Jana sadhana. Whatever you do it with your wholehearted effort, remember the effort quotient. That has to be paramount to create a habit. And slowly, this repetitiveness generates another force. And that force overtakes your whole personality, saturates your whole personality, and it becomes effortless. Thinking of the divine. Convert the concept of work into concept of worship. That is, whatever your profession may be, whatever your calling in life may be, whatever your sense of may be, your hobby may be, your desire may be, carry on. No stopping. We are living, throbbing, vibrating human beings. Let us go ahead. Add a fifth dimension to it. You are already used to 4 dimensions: physical activity, emotional activity, rational activity, egoistic involvement. I am studying the Bhagavad Gita. I am physically involved, making gestures and postures. I am emotionally involved. I want you to understand. I am rationally involved, choosing the correctest possible word, not to allow to be in doubt, to make you doubtless, free of hesitation. And I am involved. 4 pillars. That is work for me. Whether it is duty, whether it is hobby, whether it is a play, these 4 aspects are involved. What is worshipped here? Let us analyze. We are here. By tradition, we immediately fold our hands. Bow down. physically involved. We pray, O Lord, have compassion on me, have mercy on me, I have many faults in me, do make me faultless. And we are allowed, oh, I am in deep trouble, my dear Lord, help me to come out of the trouble. We are allowed to speak to God emotionally, whatever is uppermost in my mind. That's it. I am emotionally involved. And I know for certain this is a cardboard on which a canvas has been fixed and colors have been given. It's a photo, a picture, a portrait. But intellectually, I know symbols symbolizes something eternal. I see the symbol of this picture and I symbolize God. Awareness of presence of the divine is the fifth dimension to convert work into worship. This is the secret. This is the educative part of informative, educative, instructive. Jan sadhana tana siddhi. It means the effort, sadhana is effortful. I am putting effort to be one with God. How can I be one with God? God is an abstract entity for me. But I'm told, I'm informed, He is a supreme being running the whole show. There's not a speck of space or an iota of time where He is not. I'm told information. So I repetitively think, oh God, please help me. Oh God, please help me. Please reside with me as I do not forget myself. I am always always aware I am. Let me be aware of your presence in me, O God. You are in me, I am in you. This is the fifth dimension. So you are now putting your effort, sadhana is effortfulness, what? To saturate your personality, which is compared to water. Water is tasteless, you make it sweet by crystal of sugar. Here, the comparison is, your personality is like water, and every moment be aware of the presence of the divine within yourself. He is everywhere. I am a part and parcel of that everywhere. He is in me. I am in him. Who stops you from doing so? But your old habits. So your old habits have a hold on you. It has a forceful hold on you. You start creating a new habit and create a new force, a new momentum. And this force erodes away the force of forgetfulness and the force of remembrance takes over. And that remembrance saturates your whole being and the quotient of effort disappears, it becomes spontaneous. You're one with God all the time. Through your chitta, your mana, your buddhi, your antakarana, your personality, your being, call it by any word. Vedanta is not bothered. Vedanta is bothered, do it and be free. Every soul is potentially divine. Try to manifest that divinity within yourself and be free. That is the end all and be all of all religions. And we believe in it. Not that we tolerate it, we accept it as truth. So dear, this is how information, instruction, education and instruction, three pillars are used to teach you the Bhagavad Gita. It is my duty to tell you, having been taught the Gita for I do not know how many times and how many years, that you must now learn to discriminate which is the informative part of it, which is the educative part of it, which is the instructive part of it, and which is the reality part of it. What we do is, being in the lowest level of awareness, we try to think with our brains the highest level. And there we get confused. These shlokas that I am referring to, shloka number 13, 14, 15, 16. 17th is the conclusion of this section of argument. What does it say? He says, you are not involved. You are the soul. Well, Sri Krishna, you are the incarnation of the divine. You are saying so, but it doesn't convince me. Because I'm educated in a different manner. So, dear, when we read such verses where Sri Krishna says, you are so, please understand, he means that is what is your goal. That is what you should be. Don't get flustered. Don't get confused. You are a starter, you are a novice, you are a kindergarten student. You have a long way to go through sadhana to reach that ultimate goal. So this is the secret which I wanted to share with you today, that whenever you read a shloka, please be very alert. Find out whether it's only informative or whether it is informative and educated put together, or whether it has all the three put together, or whether it tells you what is the reality behind the appearance. This discretion, dear, you should develop when you read the Indian scriptures. They follow the same pattern. Whether it is Upanishad, whether it is Brahma Sutra, whether it is Bhagavatam, or whether it is Sri Bhagavad Gita, or whether the 6 schools of philosophy, Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Purvamimamsa, Vedanta. Vedanta is the last in the list, the most evolved of all the previous five. Human ingenuity kept on adding and deducting so that they reach a thoroughness in human ideas. So let us now come back to the study. I'm sorry, dear, I took away so much of your time. We have read this shloka. Now with this introduction and background, shloka number 14, and I request all of you, dear, with folded hands, have those small booklets of Gita. Only the main Gita verse and word-to-word translation in any language with which you are used to. The 14th shloka. Na kartritvam, na karmani, lokasya srijati prabhu. Wait a minute. Kartritvam and karmani. Prabhu lokasya na srijati. This is the paraphrase. What does it mean? Prabhu here means the Supreme Lord who resides in you, resides in me. All of us in the whole universe, quadrillions of humans, all of us say, I am. Who is this am? Whether you are born in another corner of the world or the other corner of the world, the top of the world or the bottom of the world, wherever you may be, I am is the highest common factor. I am. But I do not know who am I, what am I. That I do not know. Why? Because I have not educated myself. I don't know the ABCD of it. I know I am this body-mind complex. I am Sridharananda. You want further information about me? Here is my passport. Here is my curricular vitae. What more do you want to know? All rotating around your body-mind complex, with whom you have identified yourself. And excuse my words here, and see what a stupidity. We all say, my body is aching. Is there anybody who would say, I body is aching? Please tell me. Does anybody say I body? And when I was in school, I used to get a 0 if I wrote I body is aching. My miss will come and say, you stupid ass, it is my body, not you. I body is aching is incorrect. My body is aching. My body, my mind, my brains, my intellect, my achievements, my wealth, my this, my that, everything is mine. I am the owner. That's why I say mine. I own this property, I own this car, I own this, I own that. You are the owner. You are not that. So what is it? Prabhu is that person who resides in you, but he is not attached. Na kartrittam, na karmani, Prabhu lokasya srijati. You are in an error of judgment. You are making a mistake. What is that? atasmin tat buddhi. That what you are not, you think yourself to be that. I am not this body. I say myself, my body. But my behavior pattern rotates around my body and my individual ego, which is separated from the cosmic ego. The separatedness is the root cause of all misery. I and you. We never say we, and we say we protecting our self-interest. Not we in its true essence. We are together, but I have my self-interest, you have your self-interest. And the best of friends becomes worst of enemies because they step into each other's self-interest. That is the world. I'll tell you one very funny incident. One of our senior Swamis, a Brahmagyani in his own right, a knower of Brahman in his own right, Swami Jagadananda Ji Maharaj. He was trying to explain to us, he was reading that passage of Sridharananda Upanishad where the Upanishad and Acharya Shankara absolutely goes whole hog to discuss threadbare. What you say as I am is nothing else but Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. The student asks, who am I? Ko ahamasmi. Who am I? Ka is who, aham is I, asmi is who am I. Tattvamasi, thou art that, you are that, which is indescribable but experienceable. What is the example? I am. I ask you, describe yourself, who you are. All reference will relate it to the body. But your amness remains. I am. And this is my body. So I was reading that under his care. And he was exposing to us, we were 8 in number. He was exposing to us the erroneous judgment of the world by all of us. And at one point of time, he said, this human love, we are in love with each other. Death do us part. Death even cannot take away our love. We are so deeply in love. And he questioned that. He said, it is a mirage. I was young. I was a bit upstart. I must admit to you. I raised my hands. I said, sir, it is too bad to say there is no love. We are in great love with each other, me and my colleague Swami. Swami Sridharananda Ji, he is no more. Chandan Maharaj and myself, people used to make fun of us, inseparable twins. And I felt very bad that Swami Jagadananda Ji is making fun of our love to each other, dedicated love to each other. So he smiled and kept quiet. After the class, He calls me and says, Shalil, could you do me a favor? Yes, Maharaj, what can I do for you? Do me a favor. Whatever Chandan Maharaj, your friend, asks you to do, you find an excuse and say, no, I can't, I'm busy. No, I can't, I want to. Say, I can't. And nothing else. And after a week's time, come and tell me what has happened. So I said, this old man, what is he up to? But let me listen to him. Let me follow him. So Chandan Maharaj comes and tells me, Shalil, this study has gone into my brains. Come, let us lighten ourselves. Let us go out for a walk to release ourselves. No, Chandan Maharaj, I'm a bit tired. I won't. All right, I go out for a walk. After a while, he comes with another request. And I very humbly and then politely find out an excuse and say no. I didn't go up to 7 days. Within the first day, Chandan Maharaj asked me, what the hell you after for? What the hell you are for? You're saying no to me every time? I kept quiet. And I heard he goes to the head of the center. He and me were sharing one small room with 2 beds. He has gone to the Mahat Maharaj, the head, to change his seat from my room. He can't tolerate me anymore. Jagannath Ji, all by himself, in his room, he knew everything. Next day after the class, he saw Chandan Maharaj sitting at one corner. After the class, he calls me. What's happened? What is such a distance? I told him, Maharaj, he's mighty angry with me. He has asked for a change of his seat. He wants to go to another room, avoiding my company. Why, Shalil? You said your love is eternal. You said your love is eternal. What has happened in 24 hours? It went into my head. It is good to be in love with you. And the Upanishad, Brihad Upanishad says, because you love yourself, that is why you project that same love there where you find yourself there. It is not for the love of the husband that the wife loves him. It is the wife who sees a reflection of herself in the husband. That is why. Mother loves the children because she sees herself in the children. That is the true nature of love. We see the Atman everywhere. They hear the word Prabhu is that Atman. Don't confuse yourself as you are the Lord. You are yet to reach there. Not yet. But the truth is being told to you on your very face. You, as you are, left to yourself, you are the soul, the supreme. You are totally unattached, detached. It may appear that you are attached, but it is not so. It may appear water to be in mirage. Knowing it is a mirage, still you'll see the water. But the motivation to quench your thirst will not be there. But you will see water in a mirage. So, you see the distinction here. Billions and millions and trillions and quadrillions of containers. Each one of us a container. But what is contained is the essence of the universe, Prabhu, the Supreme Lord. He has no sense of duty, no sense of motivation, no doing. He is beyond all that. Na karma phala sanyoga. Neither expectation of return of the work done. It is all in the domain of Maya, Swabhava. Maya has many synonyms. Swabhava, Prakriti, Jnana Shakti, Avidya Shakti, Mahamaya, so on and so forth. And what is Maya? Atasmin tat buddhi. Somehow or other, that which is not so, you think to be so. A burnt piece of rope lying there, it resembles a rope. And you are looking out for a rope. I have a rope. You go and hold it, it's nothing else but a handful of ashes. It appears to be rope, but is not a rope. Water appears to be in a mirage. It will continue to appear to be a mirage. Water, but it will not quench your thirst. There is no water. Atasmin, which is not there, tat buddhi. You see it there. And the next shloka is a meaning of the first one, 14th one. I'll read it for you. If you want, I'll define it next Sunday. Nadatte kasyatit papam nachaivam shukritam vibhu ajnanena abritam jnanam tena mujjanti jantava. Jantava is plural, jantu, living creatures. That is we humans, the most evolved. We are being told here, informative, kasyachit papam na adatte. He does not receive your sins. He is beyond Maya. Remember, here Sri Krishna is talking about Maya Atita Avastha. You remember Maya Adhina, Maya Mukta, Maya Adhisha, Maya Atita. 4 words. Maya Adhina, who we are under the thumb of Maya. Maya Adhina, subordinated to Maya. And what is Maya? Atasmin tad buddhi. Very short 4 words. Please remember. That which is not so, we think it to be so. That is Maya. He says, Prabhu, Vibhu, the same. Kasyatit papam nadatte. He doesn't involve himself as a Mayatita. adate, takes. Neither sukritam, the virtues or vices. Ajnanena brita jnanam. We are all under the thumb of Maya, rule of Maya, and that is why we are all mesmerized. Mujjanti manam. We are all mesmerized. Now what happens, dear? This Maya Mukta Avastha is known as Jivana Mukta Avastha. Having achieved that jnanam, I am the Atman, I am the soul. And if God wills it, your body will fall. That is your last experience in life, and the body falls. If not, the body remains. Through that body, God, Parameshwara, Maya Adhisha, who has Maya under his control, Parameshwara, Lord God of the universe. He keeps you as an example for the society. And they encourage you, they cheer you, they show you the way, and you go ahead. Then comes Maya Mukta. Those people who are still in body and help people. And I can't prevent the temptation of reciting a verse of Shankaracharya. What type of people are they? They are Shanta, at peace with themselves. Mohantaha, confusion has no hold on them. They are beyond moha. Nivasanti Santaha, they do reside in this human society. How do they reside, sir? How do I find them out? Is there any sign and symptom to find them out? Yes. Basantavat lokahita charat. After a dreary winter, when the life-giving spring comes in, the whole world is lively and cheerful. He is always cheerful and lively. And that cheer and liveliness comes from the awareness of oneness with the Divine. He is Maya Mukta. And what does he do? Ahetunan, without any cause, without balancing whether you're good or bad, out of sheer compassion, they help their hands out for you to hold them, and they take you aside and reach you to the goal. Janan anyan ahetunan api tarayanta. Without any judgment whether you are good or bad, if you cry and help, seek his help, he will take you ashore. That is a Guru. Thank you, dears. Thank you ever so much. We meet again next Sunday. Sunday next is Guru Purnima. Next Sunday, we will tell you about the program of Guru Purnima that will be held here.
Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri